Go on then. Go on, sir. Come on, Sooty. Right. Hi, guys. Just got home. Been out for an evening walk. Now, I went to see Peter today. Peter's now back in the care home. He was discharged from hospital on the Friday and is now back at the care home, and I went to see him this afternoon. I was forewarned that he'd had a fall this morning and that he'd be in bed, which he was. Peter's feeling very sorry for himself. He's relying on people to help him. What Peter's always had a dodgy hand, a hand that he hasn't been able to use, which is his left hand. It's always been kind of tucked back. He's never used it. It's kind of a bit like that all the time. He's never actually utilised it because he's always relied on his right hand. He's right-handed. Now, since he fell over and he dislocated his shoulder, they tried to put his shoulder back in, but because it's been dislocated for such a long time, they can't get it back in. Apparently, Peter said to me, he said they did get it in, he said, but then when he lay down on the pillow, it came out again. So his shoulder is out and they're saying that they can't get it back in. So now Peter can't use his right hand. So he's now in the position where he's got no choice but to try and use his left hand, which is like this. And he finds it extremely painful to try and use that hand because he's never used it, if you like. It's always been there but not used. So he's now trying to use the left hand that he's never used. So that's not good. So I turned up there today. I was forewarned he was going to be in bed, which he was. And as I approached his room, I could hear him saying, "Can somebody help me, please? Can somebody help me?" So I go into his room. Peter's laying in his bed. He's laying on his back in his bed. His bed's one of these that tips up. The back comes up and supports you, or lays down, or picks your feet up. It does all sorts of things. So Peter's laying flat on his back in his bed. And so I walk into his room and I said, "Hi, Peter." And he says, "Oh," he said, "can you help me? Can you help me?" I said, "What's up?" He said, "I need a drink." I said, "Okay, that's not a problem." So I had to operate his bed to make it sit up, which was lovely. I liked that bit. That was good. So I sit him up, and he'd got some little tubs of like square packs of squash with a straw in them. So he said, "Can I have the apple squash? Can I have the apple squash?" So I gave him the apple squash. I had to hold it, pop the straw in his mouth, and he sucked that. He drank that one. He'd got another one as well, so he started that but didn't drink all of that. Then shortly after that, somebody comes around with a cup of tea. They do a tea round in the afternoon. So this fella turns up with a trolley with cups of tea on it and brings one in for Peter. And again, Peter can't pick it up. He can't do anything. He's just laying flat on his back. So I helped him with the cup of tea as well. He devoured the cup of tea and he finished the other apple juice as well. So he's quite a thirsty fella. So he's a little bit, at the moment, he can't do a lot. He has got a buzzer that he can buzz if he needs assistance. But the buzzer was laying on the table beside him and he couldn't reach the buzzer. So I put that on his bed for him. So it was beside him, so he could reach it. And that's how I had to leave him. Unfortunately, I couldn't stay there all day. So he's feeling extremely sorry for himself and he is relying on people to help him, and they are helping him. But unless he pushes the buzzer, they can't hear him or don't know what's going on. So hopefully that's nipped that one in the bud. But other than that, he's still with us. I'm putting a smiley face on, but he's not in a very good state at the moment. So I am hoping that he improves. It's going to be a time thing to see if he heals. But I just hope he stays in bed and doesn't fall over again, because yeah, it won't be good if he does. So that's what happened when I went to see my friend Peter. Now, I've been phoning up my parents. I said I'd pop round and see them, but I always phone my parents first, but I haven't been getting any answers. Now, my father embraces technology, and they were fine with their old phone, which my mum loved, but my father wanted to go broadband. He wanted to go on the broadband. So he's the techno wizard, if you like, and so what he said had to happen. So they went on to broadband, and that's mucked their phones up. So they don't get incoming calls and they can't phone out, and that's what's happened today. So I've been trying to phone my parents all day and I've got nothing from it. So I know what's going on, and I know it will get sorted out. But what I'll do is when I come back from work tomorrow, I'm going to go and see them, go and visit them, and see, make sure everything is okay. I know it is, because I'd have heard through my sisters if it wasn't, because they're they're both really hot on this. So yeah, so it's been a bit of a strange day today. The sun came out, honestly it did. About 12 o'clock it was really nice, and that lasted till 4 o'clock, and then it did this, it just clouded over again. When I got back from Peter's, I put on a really pretty summer dress, because I got back at 4 o'clock and it was still sunny. So I put on a pretty summer's dress, and then I came and sat in the garden and had a, what do they call it? A cornetto. I had a strawberry cornetto. So I came and sat up the garden, had my cornetto, and that's when it clouded over. So I got cold, and I ended up having to go back in the house, made a cup of tea, and then had to get changed. As you see, jeans, a woolly pulley, and a cardi. I've just been out for a walk this evening. I needed to get some steps in because I hadn't done many steps today, so I'm now up to about 12,000 steps. That's fine, so I've hit my target. So that's really nice. So what I've got to do now is get all that washing in. I have got the slow cook on. I'm going to have a salad with some chicken, which is in the slow cooker. I'll put some garlic in there and some honey, and that's in there at the moment. It takes about 3 hours, so half past 6, half past 7. It's going to be about 8:30 before my tea is ready. So I've got plenty of time. So what I'm going to do, get the washing in, get it all put away. It should all be dry. I've got duvet covers, I've got some rugs out of the car, bits and bobs on the line. So I'll get all that lot in, fold it up, put it in the airing cupboard or put it over the banisters. So I'll get it all tucked away. And then I'm going to have a cup of tea, sit down and wait for my dinner to cook. And that's it. So I've got Sooty out here at the moment. Where's he gone? There he is, there's Soot. Snoop's in the house. He hasn't come out with me. So I'm going to get the washing in now. I'm going to have to put the phone down to do this, guys. So I'm going to put this video on for you, so you know I'm all right. I'm still here. And then I'll do the usual videos this evening for you, if that's okay. So I'm going to sign out now. Love you all to death, and I shall speak to you later. Bye. Bye. Bye.